Federal prosecutors are poking some holes in the claims Marilyn Mosby and her attorney have made, citing the fact that they say Assistant U.S. Attorney Leo Wise has a personal vendetta against Mosby, as well as the U.S. Attorney of Maryland, Eric Barron. The claims of political and personal motivation behind the prosecution echo from Marilyn Mosby herself to her attorney. The target, lead prosecutor Leo Wise.
The lead prosecutor in the case, who is donated to my political opponents.
He gives not once, but twice to her opponents 4 years ago.
Those donations include $100 to Thuru Vignaraja and Ivan Bates, both candidates looking to unseat Marilyn Mosby in previous elections. The court documents include a signed declaration from Vignaraja saying he did get $100 from Wise, who was once a co-worker. But Vignaraja also got donations from more than 50 other former colleagues. The prosecutors write Wise also donated to other candidates in the 2018 cycle, including a congressional candidate in Virginia. Mosby claims the donations were an attempt to sway the election. In response, the feds pointedly say, although the defendant never addresses how, AUSA Wise then convinced the FBI, IRS, and the tax division of the DOJ and other colleagues with 3 different U.S. attorneys and 2 different presidential administrations to go along with the plan. Quote, this claim of political animus is preposterous, the feds write. Mosby and her defense also claim the probe, which dates back to at least September 2020, is racially motivated.
This is duplicated throughout the history of attacks on our black leaders.
Prosecutors point out Mr. Wise has 17 years of prosecutions in the U.S. Department of Justice, rattling off a list of other black leaders who have been prosecuted, including former Baltimore Police Commissioner Darrell D'Souza, state lawmakers Cheryl Glenn and Nathaniel Oakes, and former Baltimore Mayor Catherine Pugh. Prosecutors write, in none of these cases was there any evidence that the defendants were prosecuted because of their race, because they weren't. Mosby's team also takes aim at Eric Barron, the U.S. Attorney from Maryland, who was once a state delegate. Mosby claims Barron made disparaging comments about her sex life while Barron was working in Annapolis. However, the federal government notes in the claim from an apparent witness, the witness calls Barron an assemblyman, which is the wrong term for state lawmakers in Maryland. The federal government says the witness is unreliable, floating the idea that the statement itself, quote, was written by the defendant's Washington, D.C.-based lawyers and not even closely reviewed by the witness. Ace Scott Bolden, Marilyn Mosby's attorney, did not return my questions or requests for a comment about these latest filings. In Baltimore, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.